here on Labor Day 2012 for the centennial of the great textile strike of 1912 in Lawrence, Massachusetts.
The Bread and Roses strike is really one of the pivotal moments in American labor history.
It's obviously a once-in-a-lifetime event.
Where else are people celebrating the true meaning of Labor Day? And here in Lawrence, in the place where greatest events in American labor history happened.
One of the most dramatic strikes in American history was sparked by a pay cut of 32 cents, 3 loaves of bread. As workers opened their paychecks, years of pent-up anger broke out, and with a cry of short pay, all out, the strike was on.
Short pay, all out! 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 Short pay, all out!
We've celebrated it all year with a variety of activities, and this is the icing on the cake. And we hope everybody's going to come out and just have a good time.
Well, of course, we are a music festival.
Get rich, we're gonna strike to pitch a dream. Bread and roses.
By the striker for Bread and Roses, more is implied than history proposes. For on their foundation of sweat and toil, rests Lawrence more firmly than on its soil.
One for all and all for one. Strike!
It was an internationally famous labor movement that the mill owners thought wouldn't work because they divided the groups among ethnic minorities.
It's really one of the first times in the nation's history that a real coalition of immigrant groups, almost 40 nationalities, a variety of languages, stood together, stood firm to improve their wages, their benefits, their housing, and to create a better life for their kids.
The workers finally realized their value and their strength, and that they had the ability to stand up to people who were exploiting them.
Brothers and sisters, all gather round. Together we are strong enough to shut these mills down. Hey, hey, we're here to have a say. We're here to win back our wages today. Hey, hey, we're here to have a say. Short pay, all out today.
So difficult for unions, so many political people being after unions, trying to blame unions for a lot of the problems that are going on. We want to celebrate labor, and it's the 100th anniversary of the Bread and Roses. That's so significant.
People love anniversaries. It's an excuse to go big, and that's what we're doing.
Said you wanna know how I feel. Well, one arm around me, put the other on the wheel, baby. Let me ride your automobile. I know you got a good little car, but you got too many drivers sitting at the wheel, baby.
We want to appeal to as broad an audience as possible.
Performers from all over New England as well as nationally. A lot of local performers from Lawrence.
We on the merry-go-round, right? I should let it start. When I'm too pent up on the inside,
We're here to support the Bread and Roses Centennial. And there was a lot of support in New York City for the Bread and Roses strikers. In fact, a number of the children was sent to New York City, to the Unionists in New York City.
From the beginning, the strikers received valuable support from workers outside Lawrence who hold rallies, who do fundraising, who take in hundreds of strikers' kids.
For their great work in celebrating and preserving the inspirational story of how the people of Barre, Vermont came to the aid of the people of Lawrence, Massachusetts during the great Lawrence Textile Workers' Strike of 1912, the Bread and Roses Heritage Committee is honored to present its 2012 Hall of Fame Award to Chet Briggs and Karen Lane.
They know this history throughout the world, and here it all started right here.
It gives the city of Lawrence something to be really proud of.
Everyone gets in there so busy, they get on their own working and daily routines, and they forgot about how Lawrence was bringing up from the past. And this is a great day to celebrate the past of all the people that they fought for this country, for this Labor Day.
From the textile mills in Lawrence to the sweatshops in New York, from the fields in California where our children had to work, we fought to make a living. Bread and roses was our cry. Though they jailed and beat our bodies, our spirits never died. We were there in the factories.
I would like to welcome you today to the dedication of the Strikers Monument here on Labor Day 2012 for the centennial of the Great Textile Strike of 1912 in Lawrence, Massachusetts. This monument commemorates the 1912 strikers who raised their voice and pushed by organizing, by mobilizing, by daring to take a stand for 4 loaves of bread and set an example for us today. On this very site, the great rallies of 1912 took place.
This is one of the big rallies coming down Common Street, and you can see City Hall in the back. Person carrying the large American flag, leading a large group where you have children and men and women walking together. When you see the monument, this was the prototype for it.
It is Lawrence through and through, just as blue as our city flag is blue. That monument is Laurentian.
Well, it's hard and it's hard and it's hard.
Performers really reflect authentic cultural musical traditions.
Well, it's hard and it's hard.
Musical groups representing the cultures that exist in Lawrence today, as well as a number of groups reflecting sort of the history.
If romance is what you're looking for, Viva Italia, from Venezia to the southern shore, Italia bell'amore.
try to represent Lawrence's cultural diversity, past and present.
Melting pot, if you will, on the Lawrence Common today.
On the block where I grew up, we all played hopscotch and stickball. We had parents working hard to build the American dream. You could smell the pickled herring and pork sausage in the hall. And though everyone spoke their own language, in one voice we cried, ice cream! We'd laugh and we'd play with Clancy and Faye, Sophia and Jose in America. We were Swedes and Russian Jews, Irish, Italians too, and immigrants too in America. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Father of our festival, Mr. John Corliss.
We're certainly looking for performers who are not pure pop and commercial people whose music and life reflects the social justice mission that's kind of underlying all we do.
Para la libertad estamos luchando. Para la libertad, la libertad. Para la libertad estamos luchando. Para la libertad, la libertad. Viva, viva, viva la huelga, viva la huelga y la libertad.
They worked in the sweatshops, and Yiddish was the language of the Jewish labor movement.
Month of the operator, all day he sweats in front of his machine. The more he sweats, the richer the boss gets. Hey, hey!
Brought one of our looms here today for the Bread and Roses Festival. This loom is a power loom. It's from approximately 1908. An operator would be expected to tend to many of these looms, maybe 20 or 30 for one operator. It's the 100th anniversary of the Bread and Roses strike, and that was the textile workers that went on strike.
Those people that went out on strike were fighting for not only better living conditions and better wages, they were fighting for a principle that seems to be lost.
You can see in America how human rights are being eroded, and I think it's a direct result of the erosion of the strength of unions.
Nowadays, most people aren't unionized. They don't have much of a voice in bargaining with their employers.
It's union made in the United States, which is very, very rare.
People need to know what the history is of organized labor. There are too many misconceptions about the supposed ills of organized labor.
Too often we're described as union thugs, and we're working family members. We have children and grandchildren that rely on our jobs just like everyone else does, but somehow they've demonized us.
The labor movement is the people that brought us the weekend and unemployment compensation and health care and retirement benefits and the 40-hour week.
All those things, as they're implemented, are things that everybody, whether they're in a union or not, benefit from.
The same battles, the same struggles, the same issues that were dealt with 100 years ago are still with us right here today. This event may be 100 years old, but it's as relevant as today's headlines.
It's just too bad that there's so much anti-union sentiment in the country. If people could only realize that, indeed, literally, their boats have risen because of organized labor.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong.
American labor is the beneficiary of what happened here.
Thank all of you for coming and for keeping the spirit of the Bread and Roses strike alive.
We better do it. We better keep this memory alive.
It's important because we need to start looking to our present population and to the future of this culture and this country.
It's a century, now it's 100 years already, and we have to be very proud about all the people that at that time doing that important things for us today.
I'm retired, but I'm trying to pay it forward.
We really celebrate the event in the true spirit of labor. And at the same time, it's a community festival, so we invite everybody, people of the city, to be very good in honoring this tradition of solidarity, community, and the common spirit.
As we go marching on.